Hello guys, let's begin. A description of Indian Constitution we were doing in the previous video, wherein I will today start from preamble. Constitution begins with an introductory statement called preamble. I told you, as a book has an index, so a constitution has preamble. It is like an index or introductory statement. Whatever all is contained in the constitution as a whole, its introductory part or that in a brief manner is given in preamble. Based on objectives resolution, it lays down the guiding principles and philosophy for constitution. It provides for unity and integrity of the country. As you know, in preamble, okay, this is given fraternity, equality, liberty, justice, all these to ensure all these basic principles. Preamble is also basic structure of our constitution. Okay, whatever is contained in this body, that is preamble, that is something which is so fundamental or basic as part of Indian constitution that you cannot ignore all these things, or you cannot ignore the principles which are relating to this preamble, like justice, liberty, equality, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. To ensure all these things, there are different provisions or different articles which are provisions only in the Indian Constitution. Equality of status and opportunity, to ensure this, there are another set of provisions in Indian Constitution. So preamble is something which gives or which provides an insight or an idea that what all main principles are contained in Indian Constitution. And Indian Constitution is a handwritten and elaborated form of document. So whatever these principles are given in preamble, that all is only given but in an elaborated manner, in a detailed manner, which makes things crystal clear, or which makes things easy to interpret, to understand, to apply in day-to-day life, so that Indian system can run smoothly. So for that, these principles are important to be assured. See, if I say this is basic or this is fundamental as part of something, okay, that means आप उसको हटा नहीं सकते. If for, you can take any example, say if for a country, or sorry, if for a tree, roots are a basic structure, right? Without roots or without water, some basic conditions are required for a plant to survive, right? So similarly, something like when a house is made, when a house is made or when any building is made, a base is required, है ना? उस बेस के ऊपर फर्स्ट फ्लोर, सेकंड फ्लोर, थर्ड फ्लोर हम बनाते जाते हैं. अगर ये बेस नहीं होगा तो ये फ्लोर्स किस पर सरवाइव करेंगे? तो उसी तरीके से अगर ये प्रीएम्बल एज अ बेस नहीं होगा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के लिए, तो ये जो प्रिंसिपल्स हैं वो सरवाइव नहीं कर पाएंगे. ये एक बेसिक चीज़ है, बहुत ही फंडामेंटल चीज़ है, जिसको आप डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर सकते. इन this preamble, no need to read it. Justice means everybody has to be provided with equal opportunity to be presented in court. To get justice, they have the freedom to think, to express whatever they feel like. They have the freedom to decide that what religion or faith they want to follow, they want to preach, right? They have the equality, equal status, equal opportunity, and equal protection of law they are given, every citizen of the country. Sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Sovereign means that no external power can determine that how India or Indian government will govern. Okay, so no external power, no country, no other government of any country can command the Indian government regarding its functioning, regarding its rule in its own territory. Socialist means there will be a societal form where there will be no discrimination, sort of. Secular means there will be no official religion of India. Every religion will be treated with equal respect, and every religion will be treated at an equal form. Nobody will be pressurized to follow a particular religion because India is a Hindu major country, or India is a Muslim country, so you have to mandatorily follow Islamic, otherwise you get out of the nation. That things are not happening in India. There is no official state religion of the country, so people have full freedom to decide what religion or whatever sect they want to follow. They have the freedom to decide and follow it. Democratic, everybody knows, a government that is for the people, of the people, by the people. It works for the welfare of the people. It is through elections it is held, it is selected by the people only, so that holds by the government true, and of the government because people are electing it. They are the representatives of the people in parliament, because India is a huge country. All the people at the same time, they are not free to assimilate at a particular place and decide on the essential or crucial matters. So they elect some people as their representatives who on their behalf will decide upon these crucial matters and take decisions for their welfare. So that is government of the people. Republic, where head of the state is elected, and everybody knows Indian state का head कौन है? President. Fraternity means bhaichara, that will ensure the unity and integrity of the nation. And I told you in the previous video, I guess, that how integrity has to be maintained and how it's important for India after a rule of 200 years of Britishers. India was established as union of states with a highly centralized federal structure with a strong center in relation with states. Everybody knows that India has a central government and each state has its state government, right? There are 28 states in India, 9 union territories, and all those have certain set of people as government to administer over them. India is a federal structure because there are two sets of government, means at two levels we have government, union and state. So that is federal structure. Union of states because there were various states at that time when India got independent. There were various different states. Each and every city was a princely state, or a group of two cities was a princely state, was under a particular king. सो वेरियस स्टेट्स तब उनको ही राज्य बोला जाता था. Original preamble provided that India shall be sovereign democratic republic. Now this is something which is very important. In 1976, socialist and secular words were added to the preamble. By which amendment, in which year these words were added, socialist and secular? It is very important for you to remember that. Constitution provides for adult suffrage to allow the citizens to vote and elect their representatives and government. As I said, government is of the people. That means they elect their representatives, because if you can't be at a position every time, then you have to elect ना कि ये मेरी तरफ से जा रहा है. So a huge country and a huge population like India, they cannot be free at the same time to collect at the same place to decide on some crucial matters. So they elect their representatives, that is in the form of government, who sit. This ensures common participation of all in a democratic fashion. Other features of constitution like creation of democratic political institutions and processes of parliamentary system, creating an independent judiciary, and stipulating for civil and political and economic and social rights for people fulfill the democratic essence and social transformation agenda of the preamble. Okay, so parliamentary system, federal government, political institutions means wherein people only elect like legislature, executive, all such things. There will be three systems of government or three organs of government. Judiciary is impartial or independent of all the other two organs. Civil political rights, equality is ensured for the people. Democratic, as in a sense, as a spirit is maintained. That all is the agenda of preamble and the constitution as a whole. Fundamental rights and EPSPs. In Indian Constitution, human rights provisions are set out in two chapters. Part 3 provides for fundamental rights, largely of political and civil nature, which are enforceable by a court of law. This is very important difference of point between fundamental rights and EPSP. I will be saying not a directive principle of state policy, but I will be saying it in short as DPSP. The main point of difference between these two is that fundamental rights can be enforceable in a court of law, but DPSPs are not enforceable in a court of law. Okay, their agenda, their objective is almost same, but they cannot be enforced. One can be enforced, one can't be enforced. Okay, and fundamental right is some basic rights. Fundamental means basic. Some basic rights of political or civil nature that are to be provided to each and every citizen to ensure a democratic government and to maintain the dignity of the person, because he is a human being. Okay, and DPSP, if I tell you, DPSP is the objective or the goal that the government or that the people decide to be achieved within a certain timeline. Within this year, I will be able to complete this thing. That is DPSP. By this year, literacy rate और the मेल टू फीमेल रेशियो जो होता है, बर्थ रेशियो, उसको हम कम कर देंगे, मतलब इक्वालिटी लाएंगे. तो ये चीज़ें जो इंश्योर हो रही हैं बाय दिस ईयर. आजकल बोला जा रहा है दैट बाय 2027 इंडिया विल बी द मोस्ट पॉपुलेशन कंट्री ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. सो दैट इज़ समथिंग कि हम यहाँ तक ये चीज़ हो जाएगी. इफ़ आई से बाय 2021 I will be achieving a goal, that is DPSP. By 2025, India will be the cleanest place to live. These are some examples that I can provide you to make this thing clear. That is a DPSP. That means you are setting a goal to be achieved within a certain time period. Rights in this chapter include equality before law, right not to be discriminated. These are all fundamental rights. Right not to be discriminated against on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, equal opportunity in matters of public employment, abolition of untouchability, freedom of speech and expression, right to form associations, unions. Now see, these are fundamental rights. Every person is equal before the law, equal protection before the law. There will be no discrimination on any of the grounds of religion. You are a Hindu person, आ जाओ आपको जॉब मिल गई. So these types of discriminations will not take place. Equal opportunity will be provided to each and every person. Equal job opportunity, equal education और कुछ भी institution में सीट पाने के लिए equal opportunity provide की जाएगी. और इसी equality को ensure करने के लिए और सोशली बैकवर्ड कम्युनिटीज़ को एट पार लाने के लिए विद अदर क्लासेस ऑफ द सोसाइटी रिजर्वेशंस प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में. वेदर इट इज़ रिलेटेड टू एजुकेशन और जॉब, रिजर्वेशंस होते हैं कुछ सीट के. अनटचेबिलिटी पता है एक प्रैक्टिस थी एंशियंट सोसाइटी की जिसको अबॉलिश किया गया. ये भी एक टाइप का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन था. तो अबॉलिशन ऑफ अनटचेबिलिटी से एक डिस्क्रिमिनेशन कम किया हमने. स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन का फ्रीडम है, जो चाहे सोचे जो चाहे बोले. एसोसिएशन और ट्रेड यूनियंस होती हैं. कोई ट्रेड यूनियन होगी कि एम्प्लॉयर्स ट्रेड यूनियन, फार्मर्स यूनियन. सो यू कैन फॉर्म an association or a union. People generally that belong to the same class or that belong to the same profession, they form a trade union, they form a union or an association. Freedom of movement throughout and to reside in any part of the country. You can go anywhere in the Indian territory you want at any time. You just get a ticket done and you can travel to any part of India, and if you want you can settle down there also for your rest of life. right to practice any profession, occupation. You can take up any job, you can take up any profession, you can follow any occupation. आप किसी फर्म में जॉब करो, या आप टीचिंग जॉब करो, आप किसी कॉलेज में पढ़ाओ, या आप किसी स्कूल में पढ़ाओ, या आप सब्जी बेचो, या आप पकौड़े तलो, कुछ भी, वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट. आपने होटल खोला, आपने रेस्टोरेंट खोला, कुछ भी, एनी थिंग दैट यू वॉन्ट, कि आप कुछ पैसे कमा कर अपना लाइवलीहुड, जिसको कहते हैं टू अर्न लाइवलीहुड, वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू डू, यू कैन डू, बट इट हैज़ टू बी समथिंग लीगल ऑब्वियसली. देन प्रोटेक्शन अपॉन कन्विक्शन फॉर ऑफेंसेस. ये आप पढ़ेंगे कि जो क्रिमिनल्स होते हैं उनको भी सिटीज़न ही ट्रीट किया जाता है इंडिया का, इसलिए उनको कुछ सेफ गार्ड्स दिए जाते हैं कि आप अपने ही खिलाफ गवाही नहीं दोगे. यू विल नॉट से समथिंग विच विल मीन्स यू विल नॉट बी प्रेशराइज्ड टू से समथिंग दैट गोस अगेंस्ट यू इन द कोर्ट. That is a safeguard which is provided to the criminals. Right to life, personal liberty. Obviously, like I said, to maintain dignity of a person, because he is born as a human being. So right to life, you will not snatch away his life just like that. So that is right to life, personal liberty, freedom, protection at time of arrest and detention, prohibition of trafficking, human trafficking, forced labor se protection. You can't sell and buy human beings, you can't do forced labor, you can't employ children in factories or some hazardous activity. Freedom of conscience, whatever you want to think, whatever you want to take up as a profession, to live your livelihood, to you can preach, you can follow, you can profess any religion, and you can protect your cultural traditions. So even the minority institutions are there, right? You know, there are some minority institutions, कुछ ऐसे लाइक जो मिशनरीज होती हैं, या जो जैसे कुछ सेंट मेरीज या एसएमसी स्कूल्स होते हैं. सो दैट इज़ क्रिश्चियन माइनॉरिटी बेस्ड स्कूल्स. सो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज़ प्रोवाइडेड, सिंस इट इज़ अ माइनॉरिटी इन द सोसाइटी, दैट मीन्स इस सेक्शन के लोग कम हैं, तो इस कम को इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, इसलिए इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने एक ये प्रोविज़न प्रोवाइड किया है कि अगर आप चाहें तो अपने माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी के लिए एक इंस्टीट्यूशन सेटअप कर सकते हैं, जिसकी फंडिंग गवर्नमेंट कर सकता है, नहीं भी कर सकता है. ठीक है. सो यू कैन सेटअप अ माइनॉरिटी इंस्टीट्यूशन जो, और अगर वो माइनॉरिटी इंस्टीट्यूशन है तो जाहिर सी बात है कि वो अपने कम्युनिटी के बच्चों को पहले एडमिशन देगा. ठीक है. This chapter was revolutionary as it broke the barriers of Indian traditional and hierarchical society that did not recognize principles of individual equality. पहले इक्वालिटी जैसा कुछ नहीं था. 3 क्लासेस में बटी थी इंडियन सोसाइटी, हाई क्लास पीपल, मिडिल क्लास और लोअर क्लास. ये जो बहुत पूजा करते थे या जो वॉरियर्स थे, राजा महाराजा, उनकी हाई क्लास थे. वो जो अनटचेबल्स थे या लोअर कास्ट SC STs थे, वो उनको लोअर क्लास माना जाता था. उनको वो सुविधा या वो चीज़ें यूज़ करने को इजाज़त नहीं थी जो कि अपर क्लास लोग यूज़ करते थे. तो इक्वालिटी जैसा कुछ नहीं था. जहाँ अनटचेबिलिटी फॉलो हो रही हो, यू कैन गेट एन आइडिया कि किस टाइप का डिस्क्रिमिनेशन पहले सोसाइटी में होता था. सो फंडामेंटल राइट्स जहाँ पर इक्वालिटी प्रोवाइड करी गई, वो इंडियन सोसाइटी, इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी या एंशिएंट सोसाइटी के जो तौर तरीके थे उसको चैलेंज कर रहा था. एक रेवोल्यूशनरी चीज़ थी या एक रिफॉर्म था जो कि ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी को चैलेंज किया और उसके बैरियर्स को तोड़ा और अपना नया प्रिंसिपल लेकर आया, दैट इज़ अगेन फॉर द वेलफेयर. DPSPs will be covered up in the next video.